that with an agent, any advisor who gets paid commissions is going to have a much tougher time. Because if you're looking at a 15 or 20 or 30% commission for selling a variable universal life policy as compared with a 1% commission for selling you a mutual fund, it's going to be really hard for the agent or that wealth manager, that financial planner, to give you objective advice. Really hard. Now, I'm not saying there aren't honest people out there that will, ignore that. But, and if they work for a company, a wealth management company like Ameriprise, they're a financial planner, they work for Ameriprise, they're a broker, they work for Edward Jones, okay? They also have managers that they have to report to. And if they keep selling the mutual fund, the manager's going to say, hey man, the company, the insurance company that underwrites this pays us a much bigger fee if you sell this product. And I know you're trying to do what's right for the client, but you're killing the company. I promise you, that's the kind of pressure you get. All right. This is a very small item, current assumption whole life, okay? It's thrown out there, but it's very obscure. There are not many, there's not a lot of that out there. Let's see if there's what's interesting about it. Whoops. It's thrown in there, but I'm not going to ask you a question on the test about current assumption whole life. So the key to this is how much everything fluctuates year to year. Okay. So the key to mortality is your age and your health. Okay. And so every year the insurance company does a reassessment and changes items. Okay, so it's just another product, but it's not used very frequently. Not used frequently. All right, let's see what we got left. Look at that. A redetermination provision. That's a fancy word that means, are we making enough money on you? That's what that means. Okay? So this is like adjustable rate mortgages. We're going to lure you in with very attractive terms on the front end. Then once we get you hooked, then we're going to change the terms to benefit and favor us. Okay? And again, the death rate will be reduced. Well, who makes that choice? Who makes that decision? Well, the insurance company does. And they're going to reduce the death benefit to the point that the actuaries tell them that they will make an attractive rate of return. So the client doesn't get to say, okay, drop it down from $1 million to $900,000. That's not how it works. The insurance company is going to factor that in. All right, so both of these are, like every other insurance product, customized to meet specific situations and specific needs. Where are you in your life? You're a young couple, you haven't been working that long, your budget's pretty tight, we'll put you into this. Now you're in your 40s and you're kicking butt. You're making a bunch of money, okay? You can afford the higher premiums. And the attraction of this is going to be when you retire, the premium is gone. And you will have built up your nice nest egg. Okay? But once again, nothing is free. And if your cash value falls below a certain level, you're going to have to kick in. Okay? All right. So here's the big thing that you put on your card. Okay? Term, ordinary, whole, variable, whole life, universal, and part of that can be indexed universal, and then variable universal, and then your current assumption. Okay? So that's something you're going to need to, I'll let you bring that in, because that's pretty scary. Okay, so that's pretty much the chapter on one slide. All right. So this is very much like the low premium policy. Okay. So this is based on health. Okay? So if you're young, you're in good health currently, your habits are good, you don't smoke, you don't drink, you're not overweight, you exercise, you don't skydive, okay, your rates are going to be better. There you go. So what are they doing? Well, this is good for society, okay? They're giving you incentives, to have good habits. Sometimes people, I hate to bring this up while I'm on video, but have you ever sat next to an obese person in an airplane? It ain't pleasant, okay? Now sometimes obesity is through no fault of a person. They might have a physical reason why they're obese. But a lot of obesity has to do with really bad diets and no exercise. And, I don't know if the airlines still do it, but there was a time when airlines charged people sometimes up to double. Because if it took 2 seats for them to sit in, I mean, it's based on space, and it's based on weight added to the plane. Because there's a weight limit. Each plane has a weight limit as to how many people they can carry. So a lot of people got really bent out of shape about it. I wasn't one of them. I think that's fair. Now, if you have a medical reason, and your doctor says, there's a medical reason, and there's nothing you can do about it, that's different. And I think everybody is good with that. But if you just happen to have really bad habits, it's going to cost you. Just like if you have really good habits, there's an incentive there. Okay? All right. Okay, second to die. This is an important term. Current assumption, not so important. Second to die affects insurance and it affects annuities. Okay? So it insures 2 or more lives, and you'll see it on the licensing exams. 2 or more lives, and pays the death benefit upon the death of the second or last person insured. So it's for a couple. Okay? Okay? So why do people do it? because the odds are much better for the insurance company to do it that way. And because the odds are better, the insurance company can charge lower premiums. And so it's better for the insurance company and it's better for the customer. Okay? All right, so if you have a good estate, dad dies, got a nice retirement account set up, mom does not need the death benefit. This works. Okay? All right. So then mom passes on, and that's when the assets go to whomever mom and dad want the assets to go to. And there might be an estate tax involved, depending on, right now the estate has to be pretty doggone large for there to be an estate tax. Somebody look up the standard deduction for the estate tax. I think it's $6 million, 5.6 or something, 5.5. See what it is.
Got 5.49.
Okay, 5.5 million.
That was the tax year 2017.
Yeah, I think it's still 5.5 million. Okay, so the first 5.5 million is passed along without any estate taxes. Okay? All right. So that's a big estate, folks. Okay? Now, will a $5.5 million estate and their 2 or more kids, is somebody going to be able to buy a private jet? No. No, they're not. What are they going to get? Well, if you get $2.5 million, $2.25 million, basically what you're getting is your retirement fund, right there. Mom and dad dies, and they say, Junior, you're 45, and you lived a wild lifestyle, haven't saved any money, but you're okay, because you're going to get $2.25 million, and that's going to sustain you. Are you going to be rich? That's all relative, man. That's all relative. For some people, they would say you're rich, and other people would say, ooh, man. Not so. All right, group life. So that's when you have a high number of lives with one organization, and a master contract is put together, and you get volume discounts. Okay? And because you have a bigger pool, you don't have to do physical exams. Okay? Because you have a large enough pool that the odds will work. Okay? And again, a large percentage of the amount of insurance in the United States is group, because it's through employers. And I've said this before, but I just want to make sure it connects with you. The life insurance that you get from your employer, 99.9% of the time, it's not even close to being adequate. You know, it's usually somewhere between $25,000 and $50,000. Now, if you get out and you're single, and you're not dating anybody, you don't think you're going to get married and have children anytime soon, you probably don't need any more than that. That'll cover your funeral and in medical costs that you might have from the car wreck. Okay? But, and it's not something you have to jump on. Oh my gosh, I gotta buy some life insurance. No. No. Build up your cash reserve first and start participating in your 401k. Once that cash reserve is built up, maximize your 401k. Okay? After 2 or 3 years of maximizing your 401k and getting a couple of raises, don't rush out and get a nicer car. Buy yourself a little bit of life insurance, a little bit of disability insurance to go along with what you have. What if you lose your job? You won't have any life insurance or disability insurance. So you need to have, you know, if you got $25,000 or $50,000 worth of group life, 2 years in, buy yourself a $100,000 life policy. You saw the rates. It's $25 a month, $20 a month. You can do that. Okay? All right. We are done. I didn't post chapter 12, did I? Are y'all happy about that? It's another chapter on life insurance. We've still got a little bit of time. Let me stop this. Peace out. Shalom. I'm stopping. Go away. Take a break. Come back. Rain, rain, go away.